What is up, my people? Welcome back to the channel for another review. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, go on and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. And today I will be reviewing the newest project from FKA Twigs, CAPRISONGS. This is the newest project from FKA Twigs that is not an album, but a mixtape following her last release back in 2019, Magdalene, which shows plenty of promise from the young UK singer and her musical talents as a singer and a songwriter. The first teaser track that I heard coming up from this new mixtape is the track Tears in the Club featuring the weeknd, which was a song from the first listen I wasn't so set on, but giving it more and more time, more plays, I'd say that it settled in and warmed up to me a little bit more. Heading right into the intro track Ride the Dragon, I'm just kind of turned off from the way these low-pitched vocals are backing up FKA's lead vocals. That submerges together all around the place, that kind of just forms into this mess that I can't really get into when it comes to the instrumentation on here. However, if I'm going to say there is a piece of instrumentation I did enjoy on there, it would say I would enjoy the back piece of it on the outro of this track. Transitioning right into the second song, Honda, which features an Afrobeat style tune vibe. Going with the body of the instrumental, we're then greeted with some low mix bass and ghostly melodies placed onto the performers on this track. Twig seems to be heavily inducing her cultural background of English and Afro fusion. Then Meta Angel features these reverse warping vocals as the attention getter for the track. This track goes about, in order for Twigs to really move past the cause of pain in the past, she must first endure that pain and allow herself to heal from it naturally, thus using the term Meta Angel as a reference for hope. I understand what Twigs is going for when she's inserting these tapes to play and how she's putting them in the beginning of each track, but for some of these they do kind of feel sloppy and doesn't really feel as cohesive and smooth as it should. Though this early I wouldn't really say I'm so intrigued from this new project, but thankfully I can say that I caught a fresh breath of air with the song Tears in the Club. As I just said earlier, it was a song at first I wasn't really into, but giving it more and more listens, I warmed up to it more. Twigs delivers a catchy crystalline chorus along with a wonderful feature from the weeknd. Really like the work done on the last bridge on the track and the way that these breathy vocals are encompassing. Oh My Love goes into the experiences of dealing with a guy who in a nutshell ain't shit and treated Twigs like shit. Ending the song with a brief message to the listener to let them know that they should not deal with that shit and they should know their worth. And overall, just to encourage and express the importance of loving yourself as a person. I want to take a moment just to express how hysterical it was when I first heard those I gotta admit, it is hard for me to take it seriously, but at the same time, it adds personality, and that's always a good thing. Pamplemousse sends her a shaky dance vibe with subtle drums and leads underneath her verses, then colliding into a more present and qualitative finish. It's also easy to tell that some of pop's newest mutations are rubbing off into the influences of this new mixtape. Vocally follows the guidelines of what hyperpop and etheropop have really been approaching stylistically lately. Speaking of these alternative pop variants, I then bring up the song Papi Bones featuring Shygirl. I really thought Shygirl added a wonderful chemistry when it comes to the dark tones in contrast with Twigs' bright tone singing on here. Loved how slick and fresh these horn sections scribble into each stereo. It's freaky fresh, my guy. Not to mention, to my ear, this hook reminds me a lot of Gwen Stefani's performance on Rich Girl. It's also needless to say that Twigs adds a wide variety into the instrumentation work all around, even with the sound design. Twigs demonstrating a very clear message to her self-worth, and with these synth keys on the track that work a long way on the song Which Way. I really also like the rapid fire of hi-hats underneath these digi synth chords. Jealousy brings back that slow rhythm Afro beat with singer Rema. I would say this is yet another track that I wasn't so induced by for the first listen, but giving it more and more time, I do really see the appeal, though I would say that I kind of stand in the middle still for the song. Wouldn't really say I love the song too much, nor would I say it's a bad song at all. The other two singers on here did wonderful, but honestly for the most part, I can't really say that Twigs gave any flaws at all with her singing up to this point in the record. Twigs just shows great depth into her vocal work with this record with passion and integrity. With the track Careless, with the lovely feature from contemporary R&B soul singer Daniel Caesar. This is one that I thought progressively just got better and better as hearing this dramatic and swift risers into the chorus as well, as it just gets bigger and bigger, and hearing these two singers just flourish into their beauty more and more. Going into more of the thematics of this tape, I would like to mention the song Minds of Men that goes into the nature of toxic masculinity and the ignorance of accepting help from women. A lot of the interludes on the tape come from conversations of past relationships, all being told in relation through going through a troubled time during a toxic relationship. For the most part, some of them can feel a little bit disjointed, but I think when it comes to the overall narrative, they all come very cohesive. One of my favorites comes from the song Darjeeling featuring contemporary UK R&B singer Jorja and UK rapper Unknown T T. I really like how this track kind of went off the bars with the features of this electro drill inspired beat, and then ties in and finishes off with the blissful tune Thank You song. To put my thoughts in short words, I wouldn't exactly say that FKA Twigs really finishes off with flying colors, but as I narrow this down more and more, I still find more pros than I do cons. Some of the songs creatively just kind of rubbed off on me a little bit on the wrong way, mostly just because that some of these tracks felt like they went a little bit overboard experimentally. Though I feel like throughout this entire play, I do generally feel like Twigs really gave her heart and soul into the writing and narrative of this whole mixtape, and at the same time using and appreciating new aspects in pop music and also making it her own with a wonderful performance. From start to finish, feels cohesive and finished as a theme and uses these conversations with her friends as a narrative to FKA Twigs' healing process. And overall, I just really appreciated Twigs using her compassion into using this project as a healing mechanism to return to her old self. I'm gonna give FKA Twigs CAPRISONGS a 74%. As always guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and like, share, and comment down below, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. Down in the description, you'll see the separate tracklist ratings I have for the project, more videos, and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.